Hey everyone, welcome to your pre-Black Friday training. I'm so glad you're here because this is where we're going to shift from waiting for corporate to give us a promo, to give us a deal. Because what we want to do is we want to shift our thinking and start leading like a CEO. This campaign that I'm going to break down is not hypey, but man, let me tell you, the hype is in our strategy, in your ownership and stewardship of how to create value in ways that is really sustainable for you and your customers. So let's just get diving in right now. Hopefully, we'll get this done in about under 25 minutes because it's going to start with your mindset. Yes, yes, your mindset. You are the CEO of your ULA business, and this is about ownership. The pre Black Friday campaign that we're going to break out and break down is designed to help you lock in the corporate promos, the 5 for 500, as well as that dollar for dollar same day bonuses, which is incredible. And we're going to do this with building through loyalty as well as generosity. And I want you to think of it this way. So take a deep breath in and exhale. I want you to think that you're going to lead with your heart and purpose first because people need to feel it. So, how do we turn our CEO mindset of our ULA business into an actionable strategy that's going to lead with heart and purpose and still make profit? Let's look at the incentive model. The incentive model is going to show you here, as you can see, how you can use your same day pay to create value, not discount. And we're going to do that through rebates, through free product, as well as small gift ideas. Now, the flow works simply by a customer purchasing, then you invest, they save, and you retain. This is a very simple, relational, and powerful strategy because everyone wins. So let's break this down into what those savings and earnings will actually look like. We're starting talking about the heart, right? So the heart of this campaign is the incentive strategy, your incentive strategy, because these aren't corporate, right? These are your own incentives. This is where we get to, walk and step into that ownership as a CEO of our ULA business, utilizing our same day pay or the dollar for dollar to create small personal incentives that's going to build massive trust. Now, I want you to also think of it that we're not discounting products because our products are very of value quality and they are at a very good value based price as is. So, what I want you to grasp is that you're going to reinvest strategically to grow your business and your customer base. And we're going to do this focusing on three core collections out of all of our bundles: the mind and body, the GLP support, and the strength for her. And we're going to pair them with some simple incentives that's going to come from us and not corporate. That could be a $5 rebate, $20 rebate, or a complimentary product. Small gestures is the goal because the result is going to be a big impact. Think about it. You're going to build trust, right? Say somebody makes a mind and body purchase and then you give them back something. Their heart is like, wow, she actually gave me back something. The gratitude just starts to flow. It also encourages reorders because you can also position that credit or that rebate verbalizing, saying, I'm going to give you $10 back on that order, and you can use that $10 on your next month order because it does normally take about 30 to 60 days till our body starts to make some shifts. And then it's really 90 days that we start to walk into regulating all the years of neglect on our body, something like that. And you're going to really create a boutique style customer service experience of excellence where it's not just a transaction. So you're not competing with other discounts or sales that is happening right now with Black Friday, but you're just creating connection. And that is what makes this strategy different. The fact that you're different. And then this is personal, it's relational. And if you're building a team, this is absolutely duplicatable. So now that we understand the why, let's see how this plays out, starting with our mind and body. This is the starting point, right? This dual is the one that's going to help with mood, focus, calm, energy. And when a woman tells me, or I hear or I see online, like they're exhausted or they're not feeling like themselves, this is kind of where I start. These two products help regulate the nervous system and bring body back to a balance. Now let's look at that middle section with the chart because I want to break this down on how the strategy works. The retail is the subscribe and save price, $84.95. Then there's the first order discount, which automatically applies, saving them $10. That brings their customer total payout to $74.95 plus tax and free shipping. So they're already saving almost $40 before any personal incentive. Your same day pay is $59. From that $59, my friend, you can choose to invest $5, $10, $15 as a thank you rebate for new customers, or make it as a part of your pre Black Friday offer. An example, like I could show up in my Instagram stories and say, hey, when you guys ordered Mind and Body Duo this week, I'm going to send you a $10 thank you credit after you check out. Why? Well, I want to celebrate your first steps towards feeling like yourself again because you are worth it. Something simple like that. And even after gifting that rebate, my friend, you are still earning $45 to $50 in that same day pay. And now you've built trust through this personal gesture that most people won't really expect. Now, I'm going to talk about something because I don't like to identify myself as a salesperson. But the truth is, you and I are selling because in order for us to build our business, we need to sell a product. And there's a great way of selling things without really being tacky or salesy. So I'm going to share with you guys some upsell tactics that can flow as well as some downsell tactics. Now, so if a customer loves the idea of starting with the mind and body, but you hear it, right? You heard them say like, oh, that they are stress eating. Well, it gives me a cue to introduce the next step, which is our next product bundle, the GLP support. And I can simply say something like this without sounding salesy. Like if you're starting with the mind and body, you did mention that you were stress eating. Well, I would recommend you taking a look at the GLP support trio because this includes our Rise gummies, which will help with that stress eating, balancing out your cravings. Friends, that one sentence can move your customer naturally into the higher bundle without pressure. Now, say you do that and they're not ready, well, then you just simply say the down sells, right? And you're going to say, well, that's fine. Let's just start here because mind and body is going to give you those noticeable results within a week or two. I started to notice something shifting in my body actually by day 3. But when you're ready, we can layer in that Rise product or any other product that you may need. Now, that, my friend, that takes the pressure off the customer, but it still sets you up for a future sale. The mind and body collection, I like to say that it converts because it's very easy to explain. It's relatable to every male and every female. Micronutrients is super important, multivitamins, as well as essential minerals. Check out Dr. Dave reposted something in the ULA page, I believe, on Facebook about a doctor sharing some stats on someone on the research of people taking multivitamins. And so that's very effective. Um, Another thing is that this actually helps a customer feel better fast. I mean, if they're not on supplements or multivitamins, taking this is definitely going to have them have more focus, less fatigue. So you're going to give them savings, you're going to personalize it, and this is making them feel like they matter and they're not just a transaction. So now that you have the whole entire rundown of the strategy and the pricing breakdown, I want you to take that into the next bundle as we talk about the GLP support. Now, this is going to have more focus on metabolism, cravings, along with the mind and body. Think of it like mind and body is the foundation, and the Rise gummies build on top of that foundation to support metabolism and someone's morning rhythm. You know, the waking up blues. Well, we got something great for them because this is going to help their body respond instead of react. Now, this chart is very similar to the one that we just talked about. But I am going to break down this rebate strategy because now we're going to apply a personal rebate of $23. So $109 is the subscribe and save, the first order discount. You're going to give a personal rebate of $23. Now the customer is going to be paying $76.95 for this GLP support collection. That is also going to include free shipping. Our customer is saving over $70. That in itself is a Black Friday level deal. But this is where the strategy comes in, is because your same day payout for this order is $77. You minus that $23 rebate, you're still earning over $50. And it's actually helping you earn your 5 for 500. So it's a win-win. So how do we do these personal rebates? Well, it's simple. You can have them send you a copy of their invoice, a screenshot, and then you can personally Venmo them the cash amount that you offered. So sometimes your messages could kind of sound like, if I went on, I went on my Instagram stories, I would say, hey, if you order this GLP support, I'm going to be sending you back $20. It's kind of like a thank you credit after you check out. Again, This is just my way of thanking you for prioritizing your health before the holiday rush because we are definitely going to need this. Now, even after this rebate, again, you're still earning over $50, which is win, win, win. Now, if we're going to sell this, let's talk about some sales strategy. If someone mentioned with the mind and body that they have that cravings or they're having stress eating, this is a natural bridge, right? That where you can say like, hey, if we add that rice gummies for metabolism and cravings, this is going to help you. It's only going to cost you $2 more for this GLP support collection than the mind and body. And this can give your customer a better idea of like, wow, it's kind of like I'm getting a free bottle of rice. And if they are not ready for that and they just want to go back, then you can always go back down and say, hey, let's get you started and let's start this simple on mind and body. And that way, you keep the conversations going. So either way, you're helping them move towards a solution, which is the goal, right? A solution that's going to fit their current need. And that's what we want to build is that long-term customer relationship retention. So the GLP support collection converts because GLP is a very trending word. This will speak directly to anyone, men or women, that are frustrated with their metabolism or emotional eating. This is easy to explain, the products, explaining the value of them working together. And then having the savings over $70 is just kind of like a wow. So it makes it feel like it's a premium bundle, but it's absolutely accessible when it comes to finances. So we talked about mind and body, we talked about GLP. Now let's talk about our women focused bundle. This is our strength collection for our strength for her collection. This system is designed, we know that it helps women through the hormonal changes, the balance for her, helps cycle imbalance, PMS, even those perimenopause related stress and symptoms. So the mind and body is a great dual, but now we're adding on our flagship. The mind and body is that daily foundation, then the balance for her can anchor it all together, helping to regulate the cortisol, support your hormone balance, and then bring your body back into rhythm. So we're going to break this down in this chart because we're having a free rise strategy here. So let's break it down. The subscribe and save retail is $163.95, the first order. Then you're going to add a personal rebate of $23 up to $30. The customer is going to actually be paying out $130.95 plus tax for this bundle, saving over $70. Your same day referral for this order is $115, and that is where your strategy of the incentive flows because now you're going to reinvest. You can choose $23 to $30, either as a rebate or a free bottle of Rise. So this is how you can position it. When you order the strength collection for her this week, you are going to be able to choose from a $23 thank you rebate or a free jar of Rise gummies. Which would you prefer? That's a great way to create some engagement, to create some curiosity in your Instagram stories or your social stories. Now, it also gives a customer a choice, right? Here's what I wanted to say is when we were looking at the bundles, you got mind and body, then we added the Rise. Our balance for her is our flagship product. So that's why the strength for her collection. When you add the free bottle of Rise, it's going to cost you an incentive of $30, right? $29.95 is what you would $30 is what you would give to them so they can include the Rise into their order. Or they place the order, they add Rise, and then you reimburse them the $30. So you can do the cash back or that. But what it does, it just keeps you being able to add layer upon bundle that could lead into the following campaign that we're going to have towards the end of the month, which is going to include other bundles and have product like Rest. So let's talk about some ways to upsell. So if a customer is interested in the GLP support, and there is a big jump in the price, right? We're going from $76 or $77. Now we're going to $130. So, but if a customer is interested in the GLP support trio for their metabolism, their stress eating, right? It sounds like you could actually say something like, let's see. Okay. Hey, I know that we are talking about the hormonal part, and that is our strength for her collection. It includes everything that the GLP does, but it swaps in balance for her for the rise, which is going to help your hormone balance, your cortisol that you were mentioning. So I would really want you to get on the balance for her. But right now, I just want to let you know that I am going to be gifting a bottle of Rise gummies for anyone that orders the Strength for Her collection. So essentially, you're getting both bundles in one. Doesn't that sound really good? Like, ooh, that sounds like value upon value. And it is, right? So that kind of conversation, it's going to help you position balance for her as the upgrade, not just as an add-on. And then it gives your customer more complete support. So I hope that didn't confuse you, because now you can choose from you doing a $23 cashback, or you can give them $30, making sure that they placed Rise as an additional product in their cart along with the Strength for Her collection. Now, if someone hesitates because of the price, right? I did mention $77 and you're at $130. Then just have the confidence with the pivot by saying, hey, if you want to just start at a better price point, the GLP support trio is a great place to begin. Just hearing what you were sharing of your own concerns with your mind and your body, because you're still going to get that metabolism support. And you're also going to be able to always add balance for her onto your future orders. It's really up to you. You see, either way, you were guiding them towards progress, right? You didn't give them pressure. I hope I didn't sound pressuring. At least I don't think I did. So the Strength for Her collection, why this bundle converts is because it is a complete, right? That balance for her is complete. It's a women-specific wellness system that is a functional approach. Now, this is going to address stress hormones, mood, three of the biggest pain points that women have that are dealing with perimenopause or high stress seasons. What season are we in, guys? Right? So, this is the ability for us as a CEO to gift the Rise gummies, because remember now, you're still going to be making the same day referral of 115 after you minus the rebate. You're still earning $86 to $92. This approach is going to build some long-term trust. Your customers are going to have much more product support, and they're going to feel like they matter and that they are supported and they're not sold to. So now that I've covered all three collections, how this incentive, the incentive strategy actually flows, I want to shift to my passion part, is how do we visually share this campaign across of our social platforms? And let me tell you, this is going to be through some daily visuals, unified message from the House of Ula, and it's going to keep content cohesive. So let's move on to my passion part, which is the visual content section. So you understand the strategy behind each bundle. I want to make sure that you understand how we're going to share it. So this campaign isn't about random posting. We actually have a visual guide that's going to flow through day one, these graphics posts, these story slides posts, these carousels. So I want you to just understand that we got you covered. We got click magnets. They're going to grab attention and start conversation. There's ingredient spotlights in this campaign that's going to educate your audience and still build trust and look real good. We also have some testimonies that you're going to be able to share in your visual campaign, as well as bundle graphics to help drive conversion. Our goal is a wholeness. We're not just targeting one area, it's a full circle. It is utilizing all these different marketing pieces to flow in a rhythm, to stir curiosity, move into education, and then close with credibility. So this is how you're going to avoid sounding like everyone else online. And you're not just posting products. You're going to be able to share your story, which we encourage you to do as you use these visuals. So I want you to remember that you don't have to use all the visuals every day. Choose the ones in there that may align with you, but they're all set up for daily content posting. Anything else I need to say before I go to the next slide? Let me think. Well, just for you, this to know that the daily visuals that we have, you can post this however you want. You can turn it into a reel. You can turn it with a voiceover, and maybe just add your story, let them see your face, hear your voice. So the daily guide is going to be your map. It's just going to show you what graphics to post on what day. And that is what's going to help keep the alignment for the House of Ula, but still giving you that freedom to personalize. I hope that makes sense. So let's move into our next slide that is going to show you where you can get all these visuals, where the visuals all live, and how to access them. So no searching. So the command center for the campaign is in that QR code. So that QR code, you're going to want to take that right there, which is going to take you directly into the House of Ula visual content boards page. Everything is organized by day, from click magnets, including ingredient spotlights, and testimonies, and much more. It is a full package of visual content for your socials. Now, you can preview, download, or post directly from your phone when you're in this boards page. Okay, so each day is going to include visuals. That's going to be focus, and there's going to be some how you want to message it is how you message, but our core message is restore, regulate, and revive. So you're free to share your own content that fits your story. We encourage that actually. We want your voice to be your voice, especially personalizing it to your Black Friday incentives. The visuals is set for the 20, as you can see here, when it has the breakdown of the products, this is actually for you to post, to share with people. These include the $23 for the strength collection for her, the GLP support as well. And then the mind is just applying the $10. So that one you can add more to it. I think that's all I have on this slide. Let's go through a little bit more quick reminders. Oh, don't jump ahead. So when you open the boards page, it's going to have days 1 through 6 right now. And the rest or the remaining days are going to be dropped on Friday. There is space for, we're leaving room for pivots. The content has been created already, but there may be some surprise incentives that we may have that we can include in there. So, don't jump ahead. Stick with the daily order. This is going to keep our audience seeing the same rhythm everywhere, which is going to help build through repetition and help the algorithm. Now, after the days pass, you're able to use any of the visuals from the previous days, however much you want, and create things with them. So when you follow this rhythm, the algorithm is going to say, hey, friend, and it's going to help lift us in a space that may be so crowded. And in closing, the action step that I have here is scan that QR code. Then choose post your daily visuals and post it with purpose. This is not about perfection, guys. It's about consistency, connection, and the beautiful community that we have here with the House of Hula. And you're not running a sale, okay? You're not running a sale. Think of it this way. The ownership is that you're leading a movement. You're leading this movement of helping people choose balance before burnout. And that is what makes this campaign very, very different. But the last words that I have to say is that you have it. We're ready and officially ready to launch today, the 11th, November 11th. Happy Veterans Day. We just give our love, our blessings, and honor all that has served our country. Now, you have the visuals, you understand the strategy, you know how to use your incentive. Now, the ball is in your court. It's time for you to show up consistently, confidently, my friend, and in your own way. So the campaign isn't about chasing sales, right? It's about helping others restore their rhythm, regulate their energy, and revive their strength. So when you lead with that heart, when you lead with that purpose, the profit will follow. Thank you, guys. Remember, now we're not here to blend in, right? We're here to build. What was that? Yes, we're here to build differently, because that's where it starts. So be grateful, have faith, and go build your Ula life differently, of course. God bless.